Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 4th episode of the 2nd season of Honzuki no Gekokujou. And last episode, we finally got to a pretty good place as far as like master and retainers go, like successfully conquered all of them. Gilgamesh, he gave him some food and he did things that were praiseworthy and food worthy, so he now is a more useful member of the group, and maybe he'll be a bit less rude and hostile going forward now that he has a full tummy. One could certainly hope. And Delia, she was kind of cast away by the evil priest dude, so, her options are now limited, so of course she's gonna pretty happily accept mine, just that's how it goes. You gotta have someone, right? And mine is much better to take orders from and be loyal to than the evil priest guy. I think that kind of goes without saying. So now that we do have this bit more positive group going, where do we go from here? Because that was the biggest immediate conflict, was dealing with that, getting on to more amiable terms with them. So I am curious what we're going to focus on next. So let's get into it and discover what that will be. So 3, 2, 1, play. Yep, we did that. Bigger problem at the cathedral. There's always a new problem on the horizon, for sure. But maybe now that we have more loyal, positive retainers, maybe they could help get through with whatever problem that the narrator is referencing. Man, those big shadows and the evil priest. That's the most concerning part of the opening, probably. Because, yeah, it does make it very clear that there's going to be some challenges. People being less than accepting of poor little mine. And here we go, Chapter 18, Orphanage Reforms. Please do. Like most of a pizza left. Oh, Gilgamesh, you were back there. Well, yeah, it's kind of what he's here for. Do you really, though? They're not exactly the most positive places. Is there a better place to eat? Yeah, I think this is where I found the empty plate at the end of last episode. Yeah, it does look a little bit locked. What are we gonna walk in on exactly? Hello? Is anybody here? Did the lock not work? Did you escape somehow? Guess we're hiding somewhere. Okay, I was a little bit worried when we walked in and it was empty. My mind kind of went in the worst possible place. But they seem to be alive and not ashes, so that's good. But still not great. I knew this would be depressing. Oh, God. So give these kids some bread, please. Don't touch me with your filthy hands. You damn orphans. You okay, mine? Was that too much? You didn't catch anything, did you? The basement? Yeah, that certainly wasn't pleasant. I told you it wouldn't be something you wanted to see. Uh, I get what you're saying, but I don't think mine can just let this go. Uh... Left them all behind. We both experience the same thing, but have very different opinions on what to do about it now. Yeah, she knows she doesn't want to go back there, though, that's for sure. Yeah, I thought mine had it rough in the beginning of the show, but definitely could have been worse. She had a family, at least. Yeah, Gilgamesh is always definitely not a bad kid. He still really pissed me off in the earlier bits of the season, though. I'm sure there's more subtle, shadowy moves you can make. Guess that's a good place to start. You have a job to do, friend. Get on that. I was afraid of that. There's no need for improvement. I think mine slightly disagrees on your assessment. That's a bit harsh. Well, to them, it really doesn't matter. In any kind of, practical sense. It's just entirely an emotion thing. Yeah, this is not sitting right with mine. Well, yeah. Any suggestions? That is a lot of responsibility. Ouch. Damn, this has been a dark, depressing episode. I could say more so than any other episode in the whole show. I definitely get where the priest is coming from. Still a terrible situation. That's easier said than done. We're gonna do something. I don't know what it is, but we gotta do something. Yeah, it's not just gonna leave our mind like that. Can't even enjoy my books in peace with those starving orphans nearby. Gil's just really emotionally invested in this. Yeah, if you go down this road, there's no going back. Lutz, I have problems. Help me, please. Yeah, it's not exactly... Yeah, just go do that. Yeah, they are locked in there. Yeah, they're a special case. That actually did come to my mind, but I don't think you can just do that. I mean, maybe you can. What do I know, really? I would imagine. Sure. Orphanage branch. Okay. It just sounds so horrible, though, orphanage branch. But yeah, it's a cool idea. Nice idea. It is a bit different. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, we can cross that bridge when we get to it. Yeah, which do you think would be the bigger regret? Let's get that orphanage branch going. Well, yeah, I guess it's still pretty early. There definitely would still be a concern if we're going back. So, I guess we have our idea. Let's see how we manage to make it work. There's Delia. Very slowly closing the door. Delia definitely looking like a spy still. This is mine we're talking about. Nothing should surprise you, really. Never underestimate mine. I mean, orphans make the best employees, really, so. Ow! You're gonna break her. Yeah, you gotta be very sneaky, politician-y. Yeah, any kind of negotiation is pretty much, you know, decided before you get to the table. Just to talk to someone? Mine still has much to learn. I mean, that is basically what it is. Dealing with people who consider themselves important is always the worst. He did say that. Yeah, I don't think he's quite as cold as he comes across as. Definitely comes across that way. Why does he have a flashlight? Because they don't even have those in this world. Orphanage director. In the bedroom. We're having a meeting in the bedroom. It's a very nice wall. Does it open? We walk through it Harry Potter style? Okay. That's cool too. So we're not gonna be having our meeting in bed. That would have been a bit odd, so this is probably better. Ah. A little bit nervous there. Ah. Wait. Wait, this is the room at the very beginning of the show, isn't it? She's laying on the thing, and the thing on her head, and the thing, and the memories. This is totally that place. No one will hear you scream. I'm just kidding. This just came to mind. What a scary room to be in. Luckily, I trust this man. Yeah, well... Fran is a pretty smart guy. These are the things she does. Yeah, eyes everywhere. Yeah, she really is just so far away from being a good noble. So if we're gonna talk, we gotta be somewhere no one's gonna hear us. You're swimming in their soup, you gotta learn how to paddle. Because the sad, starving children, it makes you sad, it makes you want to help. Run that by me again, mine. I love how she can tie almost anything back to books as her primary motivation. That sounds a little bit weird. It's a lot of work just to be able to read in peace. Mine is the best, isn't she? You didn't say that. There you go, mine. Congrats, we can finally get to reading in peace. Yeah, as long as you're up for it, that's what matters. Zonjimas to you too. Just when she sits down, her legs are nowhere near the ground. Yeah, why are you a special snowflake, sir? Do you mind me asking? Is the blue hair? Are you reincarnated as well? I guess that would make a big difference. Huh, we're gonna get more into that later? Yell. Okay, happy tears, gotcha. For some reason I thought he was... Okay, never mind. Just I thought maybe someone died while we were having that meeting. That would have been pretty sad. So, Delia, are you truly on our side? Because there are still some concerns about that. Okay. That's what I wanted to hear. Oh, the hair flip. I want to see it again. And here we go. We get to give orphans good news. Their savior has arrived. It finally looks like it's finally dawning on her that this is a good thing. But yeah, Delia. I swear, more than any other orphan I've ever seen in anime, Delia has an Ojo-sama feel to her. The hair flip is a really demonstrated that to me. Like, it's just an Ojo-sama like orphan is just a funny concept, but is that not what she comes across as? Like, it's especially noticeable when you see more, like, typical orphans here. There's certainly no hair flipping orphans in that place. But yeah, we're definitely up in our next arc. The putting orphans back to work arc. It would be pretty cool if mine didn't meet somebody that was reincarnated as well in this world. That's a hard word to say, surprisingly. Cleanups and Star Festival. Huh. Pretty cool illustration. Okay. Okay. That was the 4th episode of the 2nd season of Honzuki no Gekokujou, or Chapter 18, you know, however you want to describe it, really. So this episode, yeah, we were pretty much done with our retainer conquering arc, and now we're moving into something completely new. Our orphanage saving arc. I'm not sure exactly what you want to call this, but yeah, this is the next arc we're doing. So she wanted to actually see the orphans where they were, and as soon as we were doing that, I was a little bit concerned because I knew mine wouldn't be happy about what she saw. Like, okay, what's the first thing we saw? We see the door, which, yeah, immediately we see that it's locked. It's got that big old wood thing there, so essentially kind of like being treated like cattle, essentially, just like locked up there, open only once in a while to give them food or whatever. Like, it's pretty messed up, no matter how you look at it. These unbaptized orphan kids, not treated all that well. So then we open it up, and the first thing that's really noticed is that it's kind of dark in there and that it smells bad. Not great signs. So, I mean, you can kind of guess why there would be an awful stench. I mean, there's probably multiple reasons why. But yeah, we look in there, we don't see anyone. So at this point, I got a little bit worried. Honestly, I was thinking like, okay, just how dark is this gonna get? But we saw them eventually. They popped their heads out of corners and nooks and crannies and came in for the food. And yeah, just they don't look very good at all. Clearly look just hungry and dirty and not very happy and depressed and half dead. It's awful. There's really no other way to describe it. The entire thing is pretty awful. So yeah, I don't think mine was really ready for all that. But when she saw it, it is an example of what you see cannot be unseen. And of course, she's gotta do something to help. But she's warned pretty quickly that, you know, it's not the kind of thing you could do a half-hearted attempt at helping to make yourself feel better. Like, if you're gonna do something here, you gotta go all the way. You gotta really do something. You gotta really take that responsibility on your shoulders. And if you're willing to do that, then sure, yeah, you can do it. But otherwise, just don't worry about it. Don't try to make a big deal out of it if you're not planning on going at least that far. That was kind of what they were trying to communicate to mine. But in the end, she decided to, yeah, fully take this onto herself, like the whole orphanage branch and giving them clothes and just all that stuff. She's making it happen. She was given the official position, so she can just make all that happen. So, good for them. And just in general, the whole thing with mine still not really being much of a noble is still very much a thing. People have pretty much had a constant reminder, like, mine, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, you can't just do that. In regards to a lot of things, you know, the things she just says out loud in public in front of people she shouldn't, just very not noble-like behavior at all. So she's still struggling with that. I don't know if she'll ever be super competent in that, but it's definitely a slow progress thing for sure. So, and yeah, people are definitely still a little bit wary of Delia about her reporting back to the evil priest, but you know, I think it's fine. Like, she did disagree initially with helping the orphans, as horrible as that sounds. But, you know, she has her reasons. She just kind of wants to forget about that entirely. Whereas Gil has the opposite approach, where he's like, no, I know what it's like. We should help, definitely. So different opposite approaches, but still both kind of understandable. So Delia is at least looking the other way, you know, not reporting any of mine shenanigans in regards to this to the evil priest. So, I mean, that's as much as we can really hope for, I guess, from her. For something she doesn't agree with, really. And then, yeah, we brought her to the secret room. Like, this was interesting, because in the show, like, in the show proper, really, that's the first time we've really been here, but since we did see it, like, way back before, in, like, a flash-forward kind of thing, way back in episode 1, despite it being a new place in the context of the show, like, in this timeline, from mine's perspective, for me as an audience member, like, yeah, this place looks kind of familiar, you know, so it was kind of an interesting feel because of that. Like, a new but familiar looking place. So, pretty cool room, though. And I think that's pretty much everything. Just, yeah, at the end of the episode, mine gets to go there and give them the good news. Like, hey, guys, would you like food and clothes? Because I can make that happen. So, just one orphan girl's face kind of lighting up. So yeah, did good there, mine. Just kind of skimming through real quick, see if there's anything else I want to comment on. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, hopefully things will be better for them going forward. And yeah, pretty much all I can really say on it. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.